When your system is up and running, you do need to choose your indication. So today we're working on an Alex application. For skin types 1, 2, 3, it's suitable. And then when we come to skin types 4, 5, and 6, you want to use the YAG, and that's exactly what you want. So you'll press on your applications. You will see it will say hair removal, pigmentation, and vascular lesions. Really, what I'm going to show you today is hair removal. I will press on hair removal. What type of color is there? Is it light, medium, or dark? Melissa's got medium color hair, or my model for today. The hair thickness is quite important. She's got medium because she have had a couple of sessions done. This Fitzpatrick type, she's definitely a 3. And then what's tan? What's the degree of suntan? Is it no tan, active, or established? It will bring you to this page to confirm whatever you've chosen. You will click OK, and then you're going to carry on with the treatment. Where it says standby, you're going to press ready. It gives you a warning to say it's going to make an audible beep, then you know your system is ready. Your applicator is going to come out like this. You need to apply your disengage in and make sure it's secure and locked. You will draw out blocks on your client. It's really not size dependent, just to make sure you do not overlap too much on the area. So on Melissa's leg, I demarcated the leg in half, and then I did 4 big blocks for myself. So you will always count your client down, 1, 2, 3. Today I'm working with the Cryogen, but of course we all know Cryogen is quite a cost effective. I'm going to do this 1 block, and then I'm going to turn my Cryogen off and show you guys how you can easily work with ice pads that is not needed for Cryogen. I will not do this without Cryogen on a first time client, and clients have never had any laser done. So purely that is what you do. This treatment I would do on 1 Hertz, that's the speed per pulse, but I'm going to change it now for you guys so you can see you can easily and visibly do it a lot faster. When changing the speed of the treatment, you will press standby. There's 1 Hertz, so I'm going to take it to 2 Hertz. So that's meaning your pulses come out 2 pulses per second, so it's a lot more effective and faster treatment. You don't need to calibrate your system again, you're purely just going to go for it. I'm just going to stand quickly and show you how much faster. So this button will be kept in now. And you can see I'm always 90 degrees against the skin, perpendicular against the skin, to make sure all the light is being admitted into the skin. I'm overlapping about 20 to 50% to make sure I get all the hairs, so you want purely Olympic rings being done on the area. On your system, your Cryogen will always be default. It's a standard default setting it will allow you. So when you want to save the treatment and you're allowed to, you can of course take the Cryogen completely off like this. Then it will allow you to have no Cryogen. You will use a standard gel pack like this. So what I'm going to do is, a little bit before my treatment, I will ice the area. Not so much, it's just purely more for comfort and to make sure your client doesn't have epidermis burns. You will ice it a little bit. Today I'm just going to really do it at a few minutes, and then after which your client can apply gel pads again. I'm going to keep it on the same speed that I just had. And you'll keep on asking your client if she's okay. Immediately I will apply the gel pad again on the skin just to make sure her epidermis is comfortable. When turning your leg over, you will see where I worked and where I marked. So now I know the only area I still need to work is in these 2 lines. All that I'm going to do with a fine line again, I'm going to demarcate the area. And if there is any moles or epithelites that is too dark, I will definitely color it in, because remember, light absorbs any melanin. So if the client is aware of them, or they're just not happy moles or epithelites, you will definitely demarcate them. I will then ice back my clients again, because I'm going to keep on not using my Cryogen today, so you guys can comfortably do it when you are ready and what clients you can treat. Always ask your client from 1 to 5, 5 being the hottest, how she's feeling, and also give her a break. Not everyone have a big pain threshold, and we all know laser can be uncomfortable. So when you want to do an intimate area like underarms or of course your upper lip or your chin, you don't want to use too much speed because you want to control treatment. So I'm not going to do Melissa's lip today, but I just want to show you the placements and of course how would you do it. So talking about protecting your equipment, it's really important always to protect your fiber. This is your fiber cable. It's one of the most expensive equipment pieces on your device. Please always make sure you don't bend it or crack it, and always make sure when you do move it, you're supporting your fiber as you would go, like I'm doing today. So today I just want to show you the placement of Melissa's lip. So of course you would change your spot size and as well as your distance gauge. I'm choosing a spot size 12 for Melissa, supporting my fiber. Your client would be secure. I'm not performing the treatment right now, I'm just showing you the placement. Of course, I'm supporting it here, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If Melissa had to have chin hair or side face hair, I would just, of course, do the placements exactly the same way I did it around the leg or on top of the leg. When you finish any treatment, you always need to make sure you take off your distance gauge. This is this little part, and make sure it's in a secure place. You always have to put your applicator back with no distance gauge into the calibration holder. I'm just going to show you how to switch on your system today. Purity is a key. You would just turn it once and let it leave. The system does take a good 10 to 15 minutes to warm up, so please don't bring your clients in your room if your system haven't warmed up. So maybe 10 or 15 minutes before your client arrival, you're going to switch on your system to make sure everything is up and running. When you switch your system on, it will always give you warnings. If it needs to be served, if it's too cold, is it too hot, or anything, it will always warn you whatever is wrong with the system. Today is just telling us exactly what you can treat, give it a little bit giving warnings about patients. All that you're going to do is tick, and it's going to bring you to the screen. As I explained earlier, you're going to always go to what area or what indication you want to be treated: hair removal, pigmentation, or vascular lesions. I'm just going to run through this again with you. Hair removal is going to give you the skin type, the hair type, the Fitzpatrick, and as well as the tan, what you can choose from. When you're doing treatments, of course you want to make the best effort out of the day, meaning you don't want to wait 2 or 3 hours doing hair removal. So the G-Max and the Gentle Yag, and as well today we're working with the GentleLase Pro, you can change your spot sizes. So your spot sizes is part of your applicator. You will have a button on the side. You will press the button in, and as we can see here right now, there's no spot size indicated. When I pull it out and I click it, it's on spot size 18. When I do it again, 18, and then I want to go to a 12. So smaller areas on your body, you will use smaller spot sizes, where you can do larger areas with larger spot sizes. It's always important to change your spot sizes before you do calibration, to make sure all your joules is adequate, all your pulse is adequate before you start the treatment. Whenever your system decides to fail calibration, you cannot proceed with the treatment. It won't allow it. It's a safety feature. You have to start again from the start to make sure that problem is sorted out.